Hello students. So in the last class we have discussed regarding the different types of endocrine glands and the functions in detail. So next we'll move on to the remaining endocrine glands, that is the testes. So again this testis, the pair of testes is present in the scrotal sac of male. Then the Leydig cells or the interstitial cells, they are located in the tubular space. Okay. Then these cells generally they secrete the group of steroids, which is called as androgens or mainly testosterone. So male sex hormones, that is the testis. It's mainly made up of interstitial cells or Leydig cells, and it helps in the secretion of male sex hormone, which is known as testosterone. Here you can see that the location of the testis, where it is present exactly. It is present in the scrotal sacs, that is outside the abdomen of male. Then the testis performs a dual function as a primary sex organ as well as the endocrine gland. It will function both primary sex organ and the endocrine gland. Okay. So this seminiferous tubules, it is a structural and the functional unit of the testis. So what is the function of testosterone? So this testosterone, it regulates the development, maturation and functioning of male accessory sex organs. Okay, it helps in regulation, the development, maturation and the functioning of male accessory sex organs like epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, etc. Then it stimulates the muscular growth and it plays a major role in spermatogenesis. It plays a very important role in the spermatogenesis, and it acts on central nervous system and it influences the male sexual behavior. So it is responsible for controlling the male sexual behavior. Then it stimulates the proteins anabolic effect. Then it stimulates the development of secondary sexual character. So it's responsible for maintaining the secondary sexual character in the males. And then the growth of facial and the axillary hair, aggressiveness and the low pitch voice. So all these characters, it is mainly due to the secretion of male sex hormone, that is the testosterone. Fine. So what are the functions of testosterone? Firstly, it is responsible for the development of secondary sexual characters in male. Then growth of facial and axillary hairs, aggressiveness and the low pitch voice. All these are the characters responsible for the release of the testosterone. Okay. Next comes the ovary. So ovary, it is a females, they have the pair of ovary. It is located in the abdomen. Okay, it primarily act as female sex organ and it produces the female gamete, which is known as ova. Okay, it's a female sex organ. Ovary is a female sex organ. It also acts as endocrine gland, producing two group of steroid hormones. One is estrogen and another one is the progesterone. So ovary, it will secrete two group of steroid hormones. One is estrogen, another one is the progesterone. Okay. So let's see one by one what are its functions. Estrogen, it synthesizes in the growing ovarian follicles. Estrogen synthesized in growing ovarian follicle. Then progesterone is produced from the corpus luteum. Then the corpus luteum is formed from the ruminants and the rupture of the Graafian follicle. Fine. So we are discussing now regarding the female organ. It's female sex organ, ovary. So ovary is the female sex organ ada. So ovary, it will ಎರಡು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ಈಸ್ಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟರಾನ್. ಈಸ್ಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಓವರಿಯನ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಸ್ಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಓವರಿಯನ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Progesterone produces the corpus luteum that is complete after the maturation of Graafian follicle. It will rupture and ova will be released, and that Graafian follicle, it is converted into the corpus luteum. ಅದು corpus luteum form ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಯಾವುದು progesterone. Okay, so this is the structure of ovary, and here you can see the ova will be there. It's a fallopian tube. This is a fallopian tube. So where is the location of ovary? The pair of ovaries, it is located in the abdomen of a female. Then it is the primary female sex organs which produces one ova during the menstrual cycle. So after completing every one menstrual cycle, one ova will be released. Okay, it produces the two group of steroid hormones. One is estrogen and the one is the progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone will be released. Fine. Then role of estrogen, develop female secondary sexual organs, development of growing ovarian follicle. Then it regulates female sexual behavior, development of female secondary sexual character. Fine. So these are the functions of estrogen. What does the estrogen will do? Firstly, it will develop the female secondary sexual organs, then development of growing ovarian follicle, then firstly it is responsible for development of growing ovarian follicle, then it regulates the female sexual behavior, then development of female secondary sexual character. So these are the important functions. Then what are other characters? High pitch voice, it is responsible for high pitch voice in female, then development of breast and the mammary glands, then deposition of fat all over the body making the feminine appearance. Okay. Next, the role of progesterone. Progesterone, it supports the pregnancy. Okay, it's responsible for pregnancy. Then it will control the second half of the menstrual cycle. Then it maintains uterus for implantation. Then it prevents further ovulation. Inhibit the action of oxytocin. That is, it will help for uterine contraction and stimulates the growth of mammary glands. Then stimulate the formation of alveoli in the mammary gland. Then it also helps for the milk secretion. So these are the functions of progesterone and these are the functions of estrogen. Okay. Next comes the hormones of heart. So apart from all these hormones, we have also got another heart which is responsible for the functioning of some of the particular organs in our body like heart, kidney, gastrointestinal tract and all. So we'll see one by one. So far already we have discussed regarding this in the previous chapter. So once again we'll have a glance here. So first, hormones of heart. So again here, atrial wall of the heart, it secretes a peptide hormone which is called as atrial natriuretic factor. Okay, what does this will do? It will decrease the blood pressure by diluting the blood vessels. It will help in the decreasing the blood pressure, and it also supports the secretion of renin in other hand and suppresses the RAAS. It will suppresses the secretion of renin. Then hormones of kidney, that is juxtaglomerular, the cells of kidney, they produces the peptide hormones which is called as erythropoietin. It stimulates the erythropoiesis. Okay, that is the formation of RBC in the bone marrow. It stimulates the erythropoiesis. For these are the hormones of heart and these are the hormones of kidney. Next is the hormones of gastrointestinal tract. So in gastrointestinal tract, again we have got some different types. We'll see one by one. Hormones of gastrointestinal tract. First one is the gastrin. So this gastrin, it stimulates the gastric gland to produce gastric juice. Gastrin, it will stimulate gastric gland to produce the gastric juice. Secretin, it stimulates exocrine part of pancreas to produce pancreatic juice. What does the secretin will do? The secretin, it will stimulate exocrine part of the pancreas to produce the pancreatic juice. It will help in producing the pancreatic juice. Then cholecystokinin, this it will help in the contraction of gallbladder for the secretion of bile juice. It will also help in the secretion of bile juice. Then gastric inhibitor peptide, GIP, gastric inhibitor peptide. It inhibits the gastric secretion and the motility. Fine. So these are the hormones which are present in the gastrointestinal tract. Fine. Gastrin, it will produce the gastric juice. Secretin produces the pancreatic juice. Cholecystokinin, secretion of bile juice. And gastric inhibitor peptide, it inhibits the gastric secretion and the motility. Fine. So these are the hormones which are produced by gastrointestinal tract. So next comes the mechanism of hormone action. So we'll see what is the mechanism deals during the hormone action. So hormone action, it produces their effect on the target tissues by binding the specific protein. So always you keep in mind these hormones, generally they will target the particular tissues. Fine, by binding to the specific protons. Sorry, not protons, proteins. Okay, they are called as hormone receptors. They are known as hormone receptors. Here you can see this hormone, they will bind to the particular tissues and it will form the receptor. That is hormone receptor, which is located on the target tissue. So there are two types of receptors are there. That is, it is located on the cell membrane called as a membrane bounded receptor. The one which is located on the membrane is called as membrane bounded receptor. This receptor complex it is, okay. Membrane bounded receptor. Just a minute. There also, right. So there are two types of receptors are there, which is located on the cell membrane called as membrane bounded receptor, which is located inside the cells called as intracellular receptor. On the basis of chemical nature, hormones are classified into four groups: peptide, polypeptide, protein and hormone. Protein, hormone. Fine. So insulin, glucagon, pituitary, hypothalamus hormones are there. Then next comes the steroid, cortisols, estradiol, progesterone and the testosterone. These are the four types of steroid hormones. Iodothyronins, that is the thyroid hormone. Amino acid derivatives, adrenaline and noradrenaline. These hormones which interact with membrane bonded receptors. Adrenaline, the hormones generally. Amino acid derivatives hormones, they interact with membrane bonded receptors. Normally they do not enter into the cell, but they generate the secondary messenger. Here you can see that when these hormones, particularly they will target to the tissues or the organs in the body, they start producing the response. That is a response 1. Then there is a generation of secondary messenger. Then this secondary messenger will produce a biochemical response. Then this biochemical response will produce a physiological response in the body. Fine. So again here the amino acid derivatives, the hormones which interact with membrane bounded receptors. Normally they do not enter into the cell, but they generate the secondary messenger. They do not enter that, they will produce a secondary messenger. This secondary messenger in turn they regulate the cellular metabolism. They help in regulation of cellular metabolism. The hormones which interact with intracellular receptors, they regulate the gene expression. They help in maintaining regulation of the gene expression. Okay, so this is the mechanism of hormone action. So in this hormone action, just you have to keep in mind the membrane bounded receptors, intracellular receptors, steroid hormones and amino acid derivatives. Okay, so this is a representation of mechanism hormone action. When they act to the particular tissues and organs, they will produce the receptor hormone complex. Okay, so that's about the mechanism of hormone action. So that's testis, functions, ovary and its function, estrogen, role of estrogen and the role of progesterone, then the functions of heart, hormones of heart, hormones of kidneys and the hormones of gastrointestinal tract. Mechanism of hormone action. Okay, hope it's clear. All these concepts are clear to you. So once we'll have briefly glance over all the concepts so far what I have discussed. So firstly I have discussed regarding the endocrine system. So these are the different human endocrine system: pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus gland, adrenal gland and the pancreas. Then gonads, testis and the ovary, they are commonly known as gonads. Okay. Then this is a hypothalamus. So where does this hypothalamus is present? below the thalamus, just above the forebrain. Fine. And it helps in secreting of neurohormones. One is releasing hormone and the one is inhibiting hormone. Then this hypothalamus secretes different types of hormones, synthesis and the releasing of hypothalamic hormones. So this is a list of the hormone. Then pituitary gland, it's a marble-sized gland which is located at the base of the brain in the bony cavity. So it is divided into two types, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. So anterior pituitary or adenohypophysis and posterior pituitary neurohypophysis. Anterior pituitary, it secretes growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adenocorticotrophic hormone, prolactin hormone, luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. Posterior pituitary or neurohypophysis, it secretes oxytocin, vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone. Then role of pituitary hormones, their functions. You can take the screenshot or you can make a note. Okay, you make a list of all the hormones and its functions. This chapter is very much important. Role of pituitary hormone. Next comes the pineal gland. You can see where does the pineal gland is located. Here, it's very small. It is reddish grey, about grain shape, very small rice grain. You saw, no? That is the size of this pineal gland. It affects the modulation and the sleep pattern of the circulatory rhythmic, and it also helps in maintaining the body temperature and the pigmentation, menstrual cycle, etc. Thyroid gland, which will produce two hormones. One is tetraiodothyronine and thyroxine or triiodothyronine. Then functions, it helps in regulation of basal metabolic rate, control the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats, maintenance of water and electrolytes, secretes thyrocalcitonin which regulates the blood calcium level and supports the process of red blood cell formation. Functions, hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. Parathyroid gland. So generally this parathyroid, it helps in the regulating the amount of calcium, phosphorus and magnesium in the bones and blood, and it also helps in blood calcium level and maintenance the calcium balance in the body. Then comes the thymus gland. So this thymus gland, it plays a very important role in the development of the human system. It helps in development of human system and it provided by the cell mediated immunity, and it helps in the production of antibodies, and it also provides in humoral immunity. Degenerates the old conditions. Thymus is degenerated in the older age. After older age, it get degenerated. Okay. Adrenal gland. So again here, this adrenal gland, there are two types. One is adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. Adrenal medulla, it produces two hormones. One is adrenaline or epinephrine and noradrenaline or norepinephrine. The adrenal cortex, it secretes the corticocytes. Okay, so this is the different types of adrenal gland. So adrenal medulla, epinephrine and norepinephrine. Then adrenal cortex. So adrenal cortex, it is divided into three layers. One is zona reticularis or inner layer, zona fasciculate middle layer, and zona glomerulus outer layer. Zona reticulus, it helps in secretion of androgens, and zona reticulus helps in glucocorticoids, and zona fasciculates, it helps in glucocorticoids, and zona glomerulus, it helps in the mineral corticoids secretion. Fine. Then this is a function or the regulation of adrenal medulla and the cortex. Pancreas. So this pancreas, generally it is made up of islets of Langerhans. It is a mixocrine gland. It acts as both exo and endocrine gland. So again here, pancreas, it will secrete two hormones. One is alpha cells and the one is the beta cells. Alpha cells produce glucagon and beta cell will produce the insulin. Okay. So pancreas, it is made up of islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans, it is divided into two cells. One is alpha cells and beta cells. Alpha cells produce glucagon and beta cells will produce insulin. This is a function of glucagon and insulin. Testes. Okay, which is responsible for secondary sexual characters in male, then growth of facial and the pubic hair, deepening of voice, okay, sperm production, that is in the spermatogenesis. Then ovary, it is a female sex organ. It will produce the two hormones, one is estrogen and the one is progesterone. Okay. Then hormones of heart and kidney and gastrointestinal tract. Okay. So that's briefly about the chemicals which are secreted in our body and its functions. In detail we have studied in this chapter. Hope this chapter is clear to you, and this chapter is very much important. Okay, just you can make the note of all these hormones and its functions and the type. What are the hormones produced by the anterior pituitary gland and the posterior pituitary gland in detail. Fine. So it is very interesting and very important chapter. So go through all the hormones, make thorough, and read the functions of all the hormones. Is it clear? Different types of hormones, that is endocrine glands and different types of hormones which are secreted by these glands and their functions. Okay, hope this chapter is clear to you. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts regarding this chemical coordination and integration, just you can clarify your doubts through the ABSCO class. Okay. Make sure that you are perfect with all the types of hormones and its functions. Fine. Okay then. So we'll end the class.